Hi guys, my name is Erick Basquez, and for my PSA proposal topic, I chose ethnicity. Just for the simple fact that for me, it's interesting to hear what other people have to say about me and what people think about others who are apart from their ethnicity. And I just hope you guys like my video. I interview several people from different backgrounds and ask them the following questions.
I'm Janelle. I'm white.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm white.
I'm Haley, and I'm white.
Hi. The first question is, do you feel that everyone from different ethnic groups has the same opportunities?
No.
Why?
I think no, because I think that when you apply to college, for example, some people get in easier than other people because of their race, because colleges like to look for diversity. So, for example, if you're like Native American or something, you're going to get in.
Okay.
Also, if you're applying for entry-level jobs, they have to accept you if you're a minority.
I think it just depends on the circumstance and that's how maybe I don't know. Just it depends on who you are and also what your background does play a lot into what your future's gonna look like.
Thank you. The second question is, in your opinion, which ethnic group struggles the most in life and why?
I don't think there's a specific ethnic group that struggles constantly. It's depends on where you are, where you're from, things like that. I know where I live, in Napa, we have a bunch of wineries and some vineyards and stuff like that. So I mean, a lot of the people who work in the vineyards are Mexicans and they have the lower end jobs. But if you go somewhere else, it's maybe a different minority. So it depends on where you are, where you're from.
I agree. I think it really depends on the area and who lives there.
I agree also, but I feel more specifically with what's going on right now, I feel Black people are more struggling because just police and things.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that was interesting. What are some stereotypes of these ethnic groups? White.
Starbucks.
Chipotle.
Money.
Oh yeah. Easy to get a job and go to college.
Privileged.
Blonde.
Okay, and what about Mexicans?
Get low-paying jobs.
They love soccer.
They just, a lot of people are oh, they just came here from Mexico. Okay.
What about Asian people?
They're really smart.
Good at math.
Short.
Oh yeah.
What about Japanese people?
Same thing, they're very smart. They speak Japanese.
They have perfect skin.
African American.
Good at sports.
Very athletic.
Fast.
Do you feel that these stereotypes are relevant?
To what?
Are relevant to the ethnic
Their
people? Yeah, to their ethnicity.
Not really, because you can't base every single person in that ethnicity by what their stereotypes are. I'm white, I never go to Starbucks, so, I mean, it all depends on the person, just because you're Asian doesn't make you smart, you work for who you are, just because you're some ethnicity doesn't make you someone already, you are who you are.
I think that the stereotypes come from somewhere, so maybe people in those ethnicities do that, but that doesn't mean everyone does, like she said. It doesn't apply to everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I identify myself as Japanese.
Do you feel that everyone from different ethnic groups have the same opportunities?
I do,
Why?
because they have the same opportunities, but the reason a lot of them are discriminated against is because they don't have the same education levels, like especially in first and second generations.
Thank you. The second question is, in your opinion, which ethnic group has the roughest background or struggles the most in life, and why?
I feel like it depends
Oh, there's.
on a lot of things. Because everyone has a different background, you can't really state who has it harder. You feel?
Thank you. Okay, third question is, what are some stereotypes of these ethnic groups? White.
Which ethnic groups?
White.
Oh, that they're all privileged, I guess.
That's it.
Yeah.
What about Mexicans?
That they have the lowest end jobs.
Filipinos?
I don't know.
Japanese?
That they all work in computer labs.
Korean?
I don't know.
African American?
They're really good at sports.
Thank you. The fourth question is, how do you feel about these stereotypes? And are they relevant to each ethnic group?
I feel like a lot of stereotypes are in place because that's what a lot of people in the media represent. And it's not representational of everyone, but it's people who have been exposed to the world. That's how they like represented their entire race. And I don't think it's always true.
Thank you.
I'm Andrew Buscemi, and I identify myself as black and white.
Okay, so the first question is, do you feel that everyone from different ethnic groups have the same opportunities?
I don't feel as if everyone from, what was the question again?
Do you feel that everyone from different ethnic groups have the same opportunities, and why?
Well, I believe it's already been proven that based on your ethnicity, that can decide whether or not you're accepted to certain colleges, and I feel like that has a great impact on people, as well as job opportunities and interviews. Like they could subliminally decide that they don't want you for the job because of your race, and I feel like that can affect a lot of people.
Okay, in your opinion, which ethnic group is targeted the most, and why?
I feel
Or just like is targeted, or has a really rough background, or is other struggles most in life?
okay. I feel like maybe from my personal experience that black people are targeted a lot because people stereotype and they believe that we're like not who we are because of like our skin color, and I don't think that's justified.
Okay.
But yeah, black people would be the answer.
What are some stereotypes of this ethnic groups? White.
Privileged, mostly.
Mexican.
Usually not citizens of the U.S., and that's usually a stereotype.
Filipinos.
Short,
Japanese.
uptight.
Koreans.
I don't have one for that.
African American.
Actually, for will you like get that again?
Yeah.
Okay. For Koreans, I guess kind of inhumane. That's how most people might think.
African American.
They like to steal and murder and commit crimes.
Do you feel that this? Do you feel like these stereotypes are relevant to ethnicities, to their ethnicity?
I don't. I don't feel like everybody should be defined by their race, so I don't feel like it's relevant to your ethnicity.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. My name is Kimberly Cortez, and I identify myself as a Mexican.
Okay, the first question is, do you feel that everyone from different ethnic groups have the same opportunities?
Honestly, like, as much as I hate to say it, like, I don't think so, because I feel like if people see you, like, as a white person, they'll be like, oh, like, you must be from a good family, good education, like, rather than if you were, like, from a different, like, ethnicity, they might be like, oh, you're a troublemaker, and it just might lower your chances into getting to a school or, like, a job, and,
Okay, the second question is, in your opinion, which ethnic group struggles the most in life?
I think that it would be like Mexican and black people, just because they're affiliated with like gangs and like violence and
Okay. What are some stereotypes of the following ethnic groups? White,
so they're like ditzy and they all kind of dress the same.
Mexican,
They're like in gangs and don't know how to speak English.
Filipinos,
That they're short.
Japanese,
I don't really have one for that.
Korean.
Wait, can we go back to Japanese?
Yes.
I feel like they have strict families.
Korean.
I don't have one for that one either.
African American.
That they're like troublemakers. Like they like to start things and they're loud.
Okay. Do you feel that these stereotypes are relevant to their ethnicities?
I don't think so. Just because like one person does it and it shows up in like social media, doesn't mean like everyone does it. Like there's always a nice person out there that changes everything. But I just think that the media like shows off like the bad side of everyone and it just sticks with people and that's how they describe like their whole race.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Anisha Brady and I identify as half Indian.
Go.
Do you feel that everyone from from different ethnic groups have the same opportunities?
Generally, I think that they do. In terms of opportunities, I think that that's more of like an economical thing more than it is a racial thing. I know that there's like a lot of racism that still exists in America and everything, and that may influence opportunity, but in general,
All right. The second question is, in your opinion, which ethnic group you feel struggles the most in life?
I don't think that one particular ethnic group struggles more than the other. I think that every ethnic group faces some sort of struggle, especially in America.
What are some stereotypes of these ethnic groups? White.
When I think of white, like I feel like people, especially like poor white people, I feel like people think of them as like trailer trash.
Mexican.
And maybe they're associated with gangs.
Filipino.
Maybe like they're kind of oblivious.
Japanese.
They have like really small eyes.
Korean.
They're oppressed.
Indian.
They have a dot on their forehead.
African American.
Again, associated with gangs and violence, crime.
Okay. Do you feel that these stereotypes are relevant to their ethnicities?
I mean, they're stereotypes, so I mean, definitely not. I don't think that they're associated with. I mean, they're obviously like, not true. They're just kind of thought of in that way.
Why is that?
Because of like historical like and like social connections that they have to those like ethnicities.
We
R.
Go.
R.
Beautiful. Well, that was my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know. They always say that, so. To choose one, it's because of all the years of oppression that they've carried around.
So, that's the
Okay.
question.